We have just finished chapter 8, which is pledge and hypothecation, and we will now start chapter 9, which is corporate actions. Okay, what is corporate action? Corporate action is something event which will affect the benefits or interests or rights of the beneficial owner. Corporate actions are of two types. One is you can get cash or monetary benefits, and second is non-cash, that is non-monetary benefits. In case of cash, you will get dividends, interest, something like that, which is given by this information is given by the depository to the issuers. In case of non-monetary corporate actions, they are something like bonus shares or split issues. Here the depository is the person, is the entity which is going to do this corporate actions. So, in case of cash, RTA or issuer is going to do the corporate action, and in case of non-cash, the depository is going to do the corporate action. So, what is the role of issuer or RTA in the case of corporate benefits? What it does is issuer or RTA tells the depository that okay, on 10th of April I will be giving you bonus shares to all my customers. So, that is called a record date, date on which the corporate actions are to be given. Okay. So, this record date is informed to the depository that on 10th whoever is the beneficial owner, they will receive the corporate action. This detail is given to the depository. What depository does is, example, in the end of day 10th April, the depository will give the list of BOs to the RTA that these are the people who are having this particular shares in their demat account. Kindly give whatever corporate actions are there to those particular BOs. So, for example, if it is a cash corporate action, RTA will give that cash benefits directly to the customer. If it is a bonus or some right issues, then that is non-monetary corporate action, then that will be provided by the depository to the customers. So, what is in case of monetary corporate action, what happens is SEBI specified that all this cash corporate action should be given in the form of ECS facility, that is electronic facility to the customers. Where ECS is not available to the customer, then warrants are given for distribution of dividends. Here the SEBI is very particular. It has mentioned to the companies that whatever bank details were provided, that needs to be printed on the payment instruments which are sent to the investors. Okay. In case of non-monetary corporate actions, issuers informs the BOs that okay, depository is going to give you this much shares or this much bonus shares to the customers. Okay. In this case, the customer has a option that I can get those benefits either in physical share certificate form or I can get it in the electronic form. So, what happens if the customer doesn't say anything? Okay. So, whatever form the securities are currently lying, that is the form they get the corporate actions. So, for example, I have a demat account and there is a corporate action, I will get my shares in my demat account directly. Okay. There is another customer who has a physical share certificate, he will get the corporate action by the way of physical share certificate. So, what happens if someone has a physical share certificate and now he wants it in electronic form? That is okay. But what if there is a mismatch? So, in the form he is having a physical share certificate in some other form or name, some details are not matching, and in demat account there is some mismatch in the details. Here the RTA or the company issuer has to rectify the records, and if it is still not getting solved, then the allotment should be made in physical form. Here after the corporate actions, all the allotment is done, the information is given to the depository. Here after the information is received by the depository about this particular electronic corporate action, the depository credits the particular account of the customer. As I am a pledger or a hypothecation we have done in chapter 8, they also have some corporate action benefits. So, what are the rights of this pledger or hypothecator? Here the pledger or the borrower is the owner of the securities. So, all the benefits of corporate action will go to the pledger or the borrower. In case of cash, the pledger will receive the cash, that is through ECS form, but in case of non-cash, the securities which are received will directly go into pledged balance only. Dividends and everything are given to the pledgor or the borrower. In physical era, both the pledgor and pledgee used to face a lot of problems, but after the depository system has come in place, it has become a very fair and transparent process. We have come to the end of chapter 9. Any questions?
Madam?
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Which entity announces the record date for a corporate action?
It is the issuer, that the company of the shares is who announces this particular corporate action.
On which date the depository provides the details of the clients to the RTA for the purpose of corporate
It is on the record date. That date is called record date.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, everyone.